You've heard James say it a million times. Respect the polygon. At Weather Call, we make the polygon better. We call, text, or email you so you'll always know when you're in danger. No matter who you are, there's a Weather Call solution right for you. Check us out at weathercallservices.com.
All right, all the buzz about the eclipse today, but hey, the weather goes on. This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Monday, the 8th of April. This is James Spann. For some of you, it's cloudy and it's raining. For others, you got some sun. We've had a decent view of the eclipse over parts of Alabama today, but not for everybody. But let's get into the weather situation. We'll start with the upper air look across the country today. And again, we have a big trough developing back in the western states that provides the dynamic support for a pretty big rain event Wednesday. An upper low that's over Minnesota and the Dakotas. And again, we've got moisture in place and we've got some rain around. But I had to show you this. This is pretty cool now. This is the visible satellite view, and it's basically dark over a pretty good chunk of the eastern half of the country because of the eclipse. I mean, how about that? That's not something you see that often in the middle of the afternoon here in springtime. But again, the eclipse will be winding down. I'm live at 2:46. It will be over for most of you about 3:15 Central Time today. The peak was at 2 o'clock about 45 minutes ago. But here's the problem. We've obviously got a lot of cloud issues on the western side of the state and rain falling. Rain mainly along and west of I-65, some rain coming up into the Birmingham metro, rain and some thunderstorms in parts of West Alabama. As I'm speaking here, we have a few thunderstorms in progress over parts of Tuscaloosa, Pickens, Fayette, Lamar counties, but nothing severe. Pretty mild this afternoon. We've got mostly 70s on the board. In fact, 78 for Birmingham, one of the warmer spots, 77 for Huntsville, Montgomery, Dothan, 73 in Mobile. There is a flash flood watch in effect for parts of central Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma. And we do note the counties in yellow, or the parishes in yellow in Louisiana. That is a tornado watch that extends back into parts of eastern Texas. We don't expect any severe weather tonight or tomorrow, but maybe some strong storms on Wednesday. The greater concern coming from heavy rain and maybe some flooding problems. This is the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. We have an enhanced risk that's level 3 out of 5 through much of North Texas. That includes Dallas-Fort Worth. A slight risk, level 2 out of 5, down to San Antonio. And a marginal risk kind of clipping the far, far western edge of Alabama. Just not expecting a severe weather problem tonight. There might be a storm with small hail and gusty winds, but again, that's a very, very low risk. Tomorrow, again, west of Alabama, an enhanced risk over parts of Texas and Louisiana. The slight risk, level 2 out of 5, surrounding that from West Texas into almost the Mississippi River. But again, no part of Alabama in a risk tomorrow. And then on day 3, which is Wednesday, we have a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk for parts of Louisiana, South Mississippi, and extreme southwest Alabama. The broad area from York down to Mobile. That would include places like Grove Hill, Jackson, Butler, Chatham. Have a level 2 out of 5 risk up to Haleyville, Birmingham, and Auburn. A level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for the rest of the state, and there's just not much instability. Again, the main concern Wednesday and Wednesday night, not severe storms, but heavy rain, as you'll see. We'll go through modeling in just a second. And then on day 4, which is Thursday, risks north and east of the state, parts of Georgia, South Carolina, North Florida, also parts of Kentucky and Ohio. So here's the rain for the next 7 days, and quite frankly, a lot of this will be coming in here over the next 3 or 4 days. The yellow on that map, that's rain amounts in excess of 4 inches. That would include northwest Alabama, north Mississippi, parts of Louisiana and Arkansas. That's the reason we have flash flood watches in effect there. For most of Alabama, rain amounts will likely be in the 2 to 4 inch range. And we'll see rain at times tonight, tomorrow, but the really big day, probably Wednesday into Wednesday night. So let's go through the dailies. Model fans, the GFS, this is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at 4. The big trough is coming into Texas, and we'll certainly have rain around, just like today. Not raining everywhere, but rain around, periods of rain, the most widespread rain most likely over the northern and western counties of the state. The better chance of drier weather for east and southeast Alabama. Cloudy, mild, high should be in the low 70s. So Wednesday, The primary surface low is near Texarkana, under 1,000 millibars, and a big batch of rain and storms will likely come in here. We could see showers Wednesday morning, but the bigger rains will come Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. And then this is Wednesday night at midnight. That deep surface low against under 1,000 millibars is crossing the Mississippi River, moving into southern Illinois, southeast of St. Louis. And again, we'll obviously have rain and storms about. And that synoptic scale pattern is a favorable severe weather setup if the air is unstable. And quite frankly, modeling suggesting not really. This is the high-resolution NAM. Valid Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock local time, and it's basically a rain-cooled, stable air mass here. The instability values are better off to the west over parts of South Mississippi and Louisiana. We'll take it out to midnight. We have to go to the European for this, the global model. And again, the numbers are just not that high for April. So it sure looks like this will be mostly a heavy rain event, and there certainly could be some strong storms. And listen, it's April. You have to watch any dynamic system like this, but good dynamics, very poor thermodynamics with this. So a lot of rain, maybe some flooding issues through Wednesday night. And then Thursday, that main surface low is approaching Detroit, and we'll see wraparound moisture. So Thursday looks like a cloudy, cool day, highs probably in the 60s with a chance of showers, nothing too heavy. And then Friday, we break out into sunny weather. We start the day Friday morning in the 40s. The high will be close to 70. Should be a nice day. And the weekend ahead looks good. This is Saturday, sunny. We start the day again, most likely in the 40s. And the high Saturday will be in the upper 70s, maybe touching 80 in spots. And then Sunday, the sky partly to mostly sunny with highs in the low 80s in most spots. Let's go to a week from today. This is Monday, the 15th of April. We have a northwest flow aloft. And again, there's evidence we might see a few spotty showers Monday with a little feature. But again, that would be very light and very spotty. I think a decent chunk of next week should be warm and dry underneath the ridge. In fact, let's go out 10 days. This is Wednesday, the 17th. I'm sorry, Thursday, the 18th. And there's an upper trough back in the northwest. We have ridging in place here. And again, there might be a few spotty showers, but there's nothing to suggest a big rain event next week. Warm throughout the week with highs in the low, maybe mid-80s in spots. Looks like the warmest week so far this year. As we get closer to summer, here's a look at rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. The mean, a little over 4 inches, and quite frankly, a lot of that's going to be this week between now and Thursday. Temperatures coming off the NBM National Blend of Models. You can see we've got 70s today and tomorrow. Highs around 70 on Thursday and Friday. And then look at the warmth next week. Low 80s, maybe mid-80s on a couple of days. And again, we'll be in the 40s both Friday and Saturday morning, but I think it's really safe to say for most of Alabama, the danger of a late-season frost or freeze has ended for this season. So plant away. In fact, here's the latest 8 to 14-day guidance just in. This is for April 16th through April 22nd. Temperatures above average down here across the Deep South. All right, let's roll that Children's of Alabama Kid Cam. Stop number 1, Dolly Ridge Elementary, Vestavia Hills. Yeah, buddy, the kindergarten students, they look like first graders, don't they? I was actually there back on Friday. Had a great time with them, and ooh, those are cupcakes. Those were just delicious. But it's great talking with these guys. They love to learn about weather. They got great questions. We talked about how we forecast the weather, certain types of weather, and a lot more. Just an amazing school. So again, thanks to everybody at Dolly Ridge Elementary in Vestavia for a great visit. And then today, look at this crowd. Whoa! Got the whole school in the gym. This is Iola Roberts Elementary School in Pell City. I like that. And obviously on Eclipse Day, we talked a little bit about astronomy and, of course, a lot about the weather. We talked about hurricanes. And, ooh, look at that board. Oh, yes. That was absolutely outstanding. Wow. But, yeah, we talked about hurricanes and tornadoes, thunderstorms. Just a great, great visit today. Love visiting Pell City, and especially there at Iola Roberts. Great teachers and great students. So, again, to all of my buddies at Iola Roberts and Dolly Ridge, thanks for those great visits. You guys are looking good. So I think this kind of sums up I've got so many pictures, and thanks to everybody for sending them. I've got a lot, and they're very helpful. You're our window to the world. But this was taken over Smoke Rise in southern Blount County, north of Birmingham, about the time the eclipse peaked at 2 o'clock. And, of course, the eclipse filtered by clouds. And for a lot of people, it's just totally overcast now. For example, here in River Chase, we're totally overcast. You can't see anything. But we were able to see the first half of this. And, again, that was a pretty good indication of what it looked like in Alabama. The sun was obscured about 80 to 90% for most locations. The sky dimmed a little bit. But, of course, the real, cool deal was to be in the path of totality. Got a lot of great images from our friends that were in parts of southern Illinois, Indiana, Arkansas, Texas that managed to see a nice break in the cloud cover, and they got that. And, of course, everything goes dark and the temperatures come way down, and that's where the real effect of this was today. And, again, hopefully some of you have been able to watch some of the live streams on TV and across the socials, but obviously a very fascinating day today on Eclipse Day. All right, real quick, let's go through the schedule. Tomorrow, going to be up in Limestone County in Athens. I've got Athens Elementary and then Piney Chapel Elementary. On Wednesday, got a safety program for Alabama Power Company. Then I'll be with the little ones, the pre-K at Green Valley Baptist Church in Hoover. On Thursday, Canterbury Day School in Mountain Brook. And on Friday, I will be in DeKalb, Illinois, at Northern Illinois University, just west of Chicago. Be speaking to the AMS chapter up there Friday evening. So if by chance you're around, I think the meeting is open. And I put a banner up, a flyer up on the socials about the location and everything. But that'll be Friday evening at Northern Illinois University. And don't forget tonight, it's Weather Brains, our weekly show for weather dweebs, geeks, nerds, dorks, and weenies. We start at 7 o'clock on the Weather Brains YouTube channel. I think tonight's a homegrown show, and I like that. Sometimes we just need to talk among the regulars on the show. And I think we're going to review CCAPS, which was a big weather conference down at the University of South Alabama this weekend. Dr. Jacobs was a speaker. I was a speaker. And there's a lot of things we need to talk about. So it'll be a good show. YouTube.com/weatherbrain, 7 o'clock Central tonight. The audio podcast version comes out early tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, right across the hall in Studio A, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.